Hello, welcome to the YouTube channel. I am Issachar, the ass of the family. I jokingly say that because I just got off the phone with my best friend and her husband, and they told me I wasn't being myself. I was a little bit too stiff. So, with that being said, I figured, well, let me take another shot at it. They also said to me, you know what? 10 minutes is a little bit too long. Can you bring it down to 5 minutes and explain what it is that you're trying to say? Again, here's my stab at it. So, Issachar, the reason I chose Issachar was because about 10 years ago, while in prayer, the Lord revealed to me the word Issachar and told me that that was me. As I went to go look up what that really meant and what it was about, there's in Genesis chapter 49, verses 1 through, I guess, to the end of the chapter, it is where Jacob has called his sons to tell them what will be their life, what will be the existence for them at the last days, as it's referred to. So, as I was reading over that and I looked and saw that Issachar was called the donkey, it didn't really sit too well with me. I asked God, I said, well, why can't I be Reuben or Asher or Benjamin? Why can't I be Benjamin, the wolf of the family? Or Gad, the tent of the family? Or Reuben, the water of the family? Or Joseph, a strong barley wheat? Or well, I'm not going to say Judah because we know that that's the lion of the tribe of Judah, and I knew that wasn't me, but surely I wasn't an ass or the donkey of the family. Allow me to read to you exactly what it says. This is Genesis 49, verse 14 and 15, referring to Issachar. Issachar is a strong donkey, lying down between two burdens. He saw that the rest was good, and that the land was pleasant. He bowed his shoulder to bear a burden and became a band of slaves. Issachar, the ass of the family. That is not what I wanted to be known as. And so I went on a quest to figure out if there was anything else positive about Issachar. And I came across this text in 1 Chronicles 12:32, and it says, of the sons of Issachar who had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. Well, that gave me a little bit more of a glimmer of hope. But when I go back to what Genesis 14 and 15 says of Issachar, it says that he was lying down between two burdens, and he bowed his head and he bowed his shoulder to bear a burden and become a band of slaves. At first, like I said, I was not happy about being known as the donkey or the ass of the family until very recently, when the Lord revealed something to me. When you look at the donkey, it's in Jesus's life. As a matter of fact, it was a donkey that brought him into Jerusalem or Bethlehem for his birth. And it was a donkey that would take Jesus into that week of when he was going to be crucified, called the triumphal entry. A donkey, these two ends of Christ's life involve this donkey who bears this burden. What is a burden? Is something that you carry. And as I considered that, I started to think differently and said, you know what? It's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, out of all of the things that God could have called me, and all the places he could have placed me within the 12 tribes, I got the greatest honor outside of that of Christ, of course, being the lion of the tribe of Judah. I got to be the donkey who carried Jesus, who literally carried Jesus, the gospel, carried him in his birth, carried him to his death, and got to carry the gospel to the world. There is no greater honor than to be called Issachar, the strong donkey, the ass of the family. If you think about it, every single one of us who calls ourselves a follower of Christ, who gets to bear the burden of carrying the gospel forward, we are, according to the scripture, a band of slaves. Slaves to carrying the gospel. Well, if that's you, I guess you're in good company. Guess that makes you also an ass. So, how is it that we, the children of God, those who bear his name, get the greatest honor given and bestowed upon man, that we get to carry the gospel of Jesus Christ to the world, bearing the burden? The Bible tells us that beautiful are the feet who carry the gospel of Christ. There is no greater honor than to be called the ass of the family.